Hi guys, so I'm going to talk about my experience on the three activities for blog post number 5. So for the first one, I did a color echo, and I took this picture of the Canton Tower in Guangdong province in China when I went there two, 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 2 years ago. So first I took some colors from the center to get that dark dark gray, and I just added it around to get this like dark effect of it. And then for the second one, I decided to bring out the lightness of the picture, and I added like less dark tones to it. And I really like how I have this effect over here. And then for the third activity, I decided to make it even more lighter. Like, not third activity, but for the third video, I decided to make it even more lighter. So I just got more, so I followed tones that from the original photo from here and also up top, and it really brought out the structure a, a lot more clearer than the other two. So I would say that this was a really interesting activity. I actually did not know that you can grab a color from the photo and actually keep on adding more to it. It was a little bit complicated as to expecting where the color would go because I wasn't familiar with the tool, but I would definitely use this if I want to get the same color of a certain image. So with the second activity, I chose the borders variations, and I actually used an app to do that called Snapseed. So I put this background, this border, just to create this comfortable effect, considering that the image is of a heart, and this is actually made from a drink, and it's like foam on top, and I just swirled it with a spoon. For this one, I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more edgy, considering that the picture is already a bit dark. So I decided to put a black border around it to also have some sort of a light effect, just to balance out with the overall picture. And then for the third photo, I decided to just kind of make it a bit mysterious or like somewhat edgy, because this this photo isn't really obvious as to like what it really is. So so I decided to use this type of border where it's a bit unpredictable, almost similar to the image, because it's not a perfect heart. And for the third activity, I chose to use the typographic. So for the word shred, I decided to use centaur, just because with shred, I kind of felt that it was somewhat serious, especially when the action is to destroy something. So I chose to use this font to kind of show to just to convey the action of being serious. And then I chose the font Edwardian script IT8F for the word lightly, just because when I think of the word lightly, I think of something that's kind of sweet and very light. It's really hard to say, but I kind of imagined like a thin font. It can be spacey or it can be narrow, but I really like this font because I feel like it, the script really brings a light characteristic to it. And for atom, for the word atom, I use Andelas, and since atom is a scientific word, I also saw it as a serious word, but also academic at the same time. So that's why I chose to use this font. And then I chose, for the word brick, I chose Casteller, just because when I think of brick, I imagine a brick. So I wanted to use a font that is very straightforward. It's straight. It's really clear. It is what it is. And matter of fact, with it typed out, you can also border around a rectangle as each edge is met, basically. And then with the word pillow, I use Joe Sans Ultra Bold, and I really like this font because it fluffs it up like a pillow. It's really round. There's no hard edges to it. Just to kind of convey softness to the word. And for the word XXL, I decided to use Burlington's FB Demi because, and I also enlarged the font just because the word itself needs to be really large. So I chose this font because I also feel that it conveys a large sense to it. So so this is my experience with these activities, and they're quite interesting. Um, it really goes to show how a visual has more components to an actual object. It has to do with the color. It has to do with the font and even the border. It's basically every component to it, from the saturation of the color to the layout of the whole entire image itself. So this was a pretty interesting activity. Thanks for listening and watching.